Let's laugh and learn from this handyman with Kitty hold this by his side.
Hi folks, thanks for dropping by today for another healthy dose of doing it yourself with America's Funniest Handyman. I'm Dickie McFertle, the loud and obnoxious infomercial guy. You might remember me because I invented the greatest tool caddy that ever lived, Kitty Hold This. You might also remember me because I once cut my house in half. Or you might remember me from my total nervous breakdown on the Today Show. It doesn't matter because everybody knows me as the king of slashing prices. But that doesn't matter today because YouTube is free. I'm here today to ask you a couple of real important quick questions. Do you enjoy cleaning leaves and disgusting junk out of your gutters every single year? Exposing yourself to dangerous viruses and gutter-dwelling alligators? Are you tired of schlepping that heavy ladder around the house every single time one of your downspouts gets clogged up? Have you wondered why you haven't gone that far in life? Would you like to see some pictures of me and my wife on vacation at the Finger Lakes? If you answered yes to any one of these questions, then you're in the right place at the right time. Because today, my friend, and perhaps the greatest handyman that's ever lived on the face of the planet, is here to show you, yes, that's right, you, how to install gutter guards easy and simple and by yourself for pennies on the dollar without any scaling, cutting, or gutting. And the best part is you'll never have to clean your gutters ever again for as long as you own your home, because our method of gutter guard installation is guaranteed for all eternity. Can you do the math? That's longer than your house will be standing. Talk about savings. And if you act right now, we're gonna throw in 23 more interesting and funny DIYs absolutely free. And now, here to walk you through the process of installing your very own gutter guard is one of the most knowledgeable handymen alive in the world today, America's Funniest Handyman. Well, hello there, folks. I hope my friend Dickie McFertle didn't over-deliver on promises like he has been known to do in the past. If he did, please, just take what he says with a grain of salt, all right? He's a nice guy, and I think he means well. Anyway, I wore this magical hat, and I brought this spooky little character to let us all know that Halloween is coming up, which means, you know what Halloween means. Halloween means leaves, and lots of them in your gutters, clogging up the downspouts and making it difficult for everything to get where it goes, so your gutters fill up with water. The best way to combat leaves in your gutters is to install gutter guards, which are actually really simple to install as long as you're not afraid of ladders. So I've already installed all the straight, easy stuff, and I thought the best stuff to teach you guys on would be this tricky little bunch of angles that I have here. And before I even get started doing that, I got to replace this rotten sill board that somebody installed finger joint for a sill board some long time ago, and it doesn't make any sense. But I'm going to go ahead and replace that and clean out all these gutters, and then I'm going to give you a demonstration on how to do this. But I'm not going to take a real long time today, okay? We're going to go nice and quick. And before we get started, one of the most important things to wear for safety equipment when you're cleaning out gutters is gloves. You want to protect your hands and your fingers, not so much because of the dirt and the grime, which, by the way, is definitely disgusting. However, you want to protect yourselves from things like this guy right here. You see that? Can you see him moving? You just want to protect your hands from getting bit by spiders and critters while you're pulling stuff out. Okay, I'm going to go put my protective equipment on and get cracking. I'll be back in just a second to show you how to do the gutters. Enjoy some music.
Swing the hammer, turn the screw, cut the saw and stick the glue, shave the shim, clean the vise, cut once, measure twice. Drill the hole and fill the hole, put the thingy in the hole. Be sure you're having fun, measure twice, cut once.
Okay, we're back, and I wanted to show you guys some of the really cool water damage repair I had to deal with. Water damage repair is never fun. I will not bore you with the details because water damage repair is probably a whole episode or maybe two all by itself. Anyway, I'm going to show you the pieces that I put in one by one, and I'm going to go in reverse of how they went from the last one that I installed to the first one. Does that make any sense? Okay, anyway, watch this, okay? Okay, now that everything's out, you can see the extent of the kind of damage that water and ice can do when trapped in an area like this where there's a lot of shade. We had some mold growth, we had a whole bunch of stuff. I've removed all of the rotten wood, and I've put a wood preservative right up on the edges of where everything's rotten. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the trim back on, make it look all nice and purty. As you can tell, it's nighttime. I've been at it a few hours. I'm a little crazy. So we'll be back in the morning to show you how to do the gutter guards, but as far as that's concerned in YouTube land, it's only a couple of seconds. So here you go. Beautiful. Hey, good morning. We're back, and I know what you're asking yourselves, and you're absolutely right. Yes, my neighbors all think I'm absolutely nuts, but I don't care. We're ready to install some gutter guards on a Sunday morning, and we better act quick because if I look on the horizon, I can see something wicked this way comes. Anyway, I'm finished with my water damage repairs. Everything is nice and dry. Not a bad job if I do say so myself. All right. Which brings up a good point. While you're installing gutter guards and cleaning out your gutters, it's a good idea to bring a couple of drills and some big, long, fat gutter screws. That way, if you find a loose spot, you can go ahead and just put a nice fat screw in it right then and there, and then everything will be nice and solid. You'll be glad that you did. Okay, finally, we're going to install these gutter guards. These gutter guards are super mega easy to install. I promise you that if you go out and buy some and start installing them on your house, you'll kick yourself for not having done it sooner. They really make life easy. Although, as my friend Dickie said, they're not guaranteed for all eternity. You're still gonna have to get up here and check on them once in a while, make sure everything's running right. But they just snap right into place. The hardest thing about gutter guards is finding the one that's right for your house and your gutter and your roof. Because not all houses are built the same, not all roofs have the same pitch or the same type of roofing material, and gutters are always different shapes. So here's what I did, and I recommend you do the same. I went down to both of my big box hardware stores, and I purchased one sample of each different type of gutter guard that I thought might work for my roof. I came home with 5 different types of gutter guard. I went up on the roof and I figured out which one worked the best for my house, which is this one. Doesn't even matter what brand. If anybody tries to tell you they're the best brand, it doesn't make any difference because, like I said, your roof, your gutters are gonna take exactly what they need. So now I'm gonna start cutting these things. I'm gonna show you how easy they are to install. All you need as far as tools are just I keep a couple of flat pry bars in my pocket just in case I have to shimmy some stuff around. A little hook is kind of handy if you need to pull on things. And then I carry a good strong pair of scissors. This is a pair of handy tin snips that you can get at the local big box store. So that's it. And now, simple and easy gutter guard installation. The easy way to install gutter guards, they look daunting. Oh my God, look at all those gutter guards I installed. You know what? I just installed them one at a time. One at a time, they're a piece of cake. I don't even need a pencil. Well, a pencil or a Sharpie is gonna come in handy at some point. I'm gonna fold up my tin snips and put them in my pocket until I need them again. So what I do is I get the gutter guard slightly overlapping like that, and then I let the spring action from the plastic snap it into place. Okay, I'm gonna finish trimming the edge of that one after I finish installing this one.
Here's where a Sharpie comes in handy.
Maybe you can't tell a joke, but when your stuff gets broke, what do? You give Tommy a call, whether it's large or small. There's no project he can't see through. Let's laugh and learn handyman, with Kitty hold this by his side, fixing stuff in a serious way with a not so serious guy.
Our deepest apologies for the technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. We lost use of the microphone. Here I am explaining to you that black tie wraps are the best thing to use when tying down the corners and the difficult spots on your gutter guards. You want to use black tie wraps because they're more resistant to ultraviolet light and therefore will stay stronger longer. Here I am showing excitement and elation because I'm about to install the very last gutter guard on my house, the last piece always being my favorite one to install.
Well, all right, folks, as you can see, my gutter guards are all installed, and I'm not going to have to worry about leaves for a while. The only other thing I wanted to let you know about is that in addition to scissors and tie wraps, one thing you might want to bring with you on this job is some patience. You always need patience when you're working high up on ladders, because if you run out of patience, you might end up in the hospital. Anyway, I really thank you for joining us here today to learn how to install gutter guards. As always, thanks for letting us bring a whole lot of experience and a little bit of humor onto your job site.
Fixing stuff in a serious way with a not so serious guy.